Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning. I mean, it's still in that midst of it all. Salute, salute, one and all. Thank you guys so much for joining the BX Sports Jedi Return of the Knicks watch along, where the New York Knicks will be facing the Oklahoma City Thunder at home this early Sunday morning, where it's being accompanied with Sunday football. Basketball is trying to compete. For what reason, I do not know. But we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining. Melvin Smith in the chat. Thank you so much. As I hope others will soon join us. In the chat as we start to get this game ball rolling, get the jump ball in action. Uh, but thank you guys so much for joining us. The Knicks right now, they just defeated. They coming off of a victory of the Detroit Pistons, and the Knicks right now trying to get over that 500 mark with a potential defeat of the Oklahoma City Thunder. But this team has been playing very, very smart. So we we don't know what to expect from them right now. As always, this show starts off with helping everyone make some form of money. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. We have the spread. The New York Knicks open as a 5.5 point favorite at home, with the money line being plus 175. And the over and under on total points is 227. Me right now, this team in the Oklahoma City Thunder, they do have a guy in Gilgeous-Alexander who plays the perimeter very, very well, and the Knicks are lacking in perimeter defense. They have Lou Dort, who plays very, very good perimeter defense, and the Knicks need to get their perimeter shots going right now. But I don't think, hopefully Shai Gilgeous isn't the guy that just tilts this so much, and we're hopefully also hoping that Trey Mann could end up possibly could possibly be getting a sophomore slump. So we're looking forward to that. I'll take the Knicks at the 5.5 points and the over and under with 217. I'll take the over. The Knicks haven't been playing very good defense. I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen. We all gonna be honest here. Knicks haven't been playing very good defense, but they've been trying to get the offense to compensate for them. So I'll take the over on the total points. Uh, as the Jedi
Good
joins us.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning to everyone. It is Matinee Sunday, Knicks, Return of the Knicks podcast. Salute, check in. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I am doing well. And you yourself, I hope you're doing well.
Yes, just got to reset the computer. We should be ready to rock and roll, baby.
All right, then let me ask you a question. Money lines right there, over and under. I've already discussed it. I'm taking the Knicks on the points, and as far as the over or under on the total points, I told the crowd that I'm taking the over because I just don't think the Knicks have been playing very good defense recently.
Right, the Knicks haven't been playing well defense. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to take. Remember, the Oklahoma City Thunder has a 4-game winning streak at Madison Square Garden. So the last 4 meetings that they have come to the Garden, they have won. I think it changed tonight. I think the Knicks win the game. I'm going to take the money line. I'm going to take the Knicks over. I think the Knicks win by 10 tonight. I think for some reason this afternoon, actually, I think they're going to be more focused. And this is the first game before they go on a West Coast trip. And I think they're going to leave the fans with something to really get giddy about. And speaking of giddy, they got to stop Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey for the Oklahoma City Thunder is a nightmare matchup with his height and the way he spaces the floor. Of course, with Shai Alexander Gilchrist, it's another handful. But I think the Knicks will have the young talent and the athleticism to combat that. So look for Cam Reddish to have a good game out on the defensive perimeter.
I agree with you 100%. Uh, Thibodeau has also been talking about Quentin Grimes being a bit situational. So, what are you hoping to see from him? I know last game against the Pistons, he was able to give us a few good minutes on the offensive end and some good ones on the defensive end. So, what do you see from him right there?
From Tom Thibodeau, well, it's just his rotation, keep everyone fresh. You know, it's going to be interesting how he's going to continue to use Derrick Rose and the minutes that he's going to use it with our point guard Jalen Brunson. We saw that they had a through the media, Derrick Rose vented or say he wants to know what his role is and how is he going to keep incorporating back and forth. And also the Quentin Grimes. When will he bring Quentin Grimes in the game if he's needed? And that means Fournier. Does he have the stones to pull Fournier or keep him on a first sign of mistake or defensive lapse, pulling him out? So that's what I'm looking at for week going forward.
Oh man, Fournier is in such a tough spot recently. I mean, he offensively he hasn't been there. Defensively, he's had some lapses, and even in transition, he's been giving up some turnovers. But even prior to the Detroit Pistons game, I think he had a. I mean, it was a somewhat a subpar game from Fournier. He's been up and down recently. Do you think tonight is a bounce back game for Fournier, or do you think Quentin Grimes is going to end up, playing more than Fournier?
Be honest with you, I think the Fournier bounce back games is going to be on the road in Utah and so forth. I believe that's when in Denver. I think he's going to have a good road to game. So tonight, I think he's going to have just a regular Fournier type of game. We're expecting, but he's not going to really deliver. We're going to leave us with a little bit like, oh, we wanted more, or man, I need you to improve. But when he's on the road, when there's no Madison Square Garden pressure or the crowd or him to want to outplay and endear himself to the Knicks fan base, I think he's putting a little pressure at home. So I think that's why I think when he goes on the road, he's gonna have a much like whoa Fournier, wow, he's impressive. He's gonna have some few games on the road. I think it's gonna be good for him. So I think tonight he's to make a long story short, he's gonna have the subpar game. Like he's gonna give you some euphoras of and then he's gonna give you some type of moves. So he's gonna have a 50-50 game.
Okay, all right. The Knicks tonight, they're in their statement whites. The starting lineup for the Knicks is Jalen Brunson, Cam Reddish, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Starting lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort. At center, James Robinson Earl, and Josh Giddey. I forgot the last one. It
Giggity,
just
all right.
passed in front of me.
So these two teams will play in a week from now, as when the Knicks wrap up their road trip. Will be in OKC. Of course, Melvin Smith. You think of Fournier, you think of action reflex. Is all that Pepe Le Pewing.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, Fournier does not make it easy on himself.
Jose Melo in the building. Saludo, my man. Salute. Chef Dan, we're missing
So,
somebody, aren't we?
yes, we are. We
Let's
are
bring him
missing
in.
the sixth man off the bench. As the Knicks start things off, Reddish has the ball, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson bumping over to Reddish. Reddish driving, kicks it out over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein for three, and that rims out. Dort with the rebound. Dort bringing it up. Dort driving, kicks it out to Alexander. Alexander. Alexander sidestep, mid range, swings around, and misses the little jumper. Good defense by Barrett. Kicks it up ahead to Barrett. Barrett driving, layup, gets it. So Knicks first on the board, 2-0. 11 minutes here left in the first. Pokashevsky has the ball. Over to Giddey. Giddey dribbling, driving, bumping, pulls up mid-range, floater, misses. Hartenstein with the rebound. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson over to Reddish. Reddish jabbing, driving, and he got fouled. SGA
So
with his first foul.
salute Vernon, salute Wesley, salute guys. Happy Friday, happy Sunday, my blessed Sunday to you guys.
Salute Wesley Robinson. Reddish converts the first free throw. 3-0. Reddish converts both free throws. 4-0. Alexander kicks out to Pokuševski. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander stops, kicks out. Giddey pulls up for three. That's good. Giddey's been working on that three-point shot. Brunson over to Randall. Back to Brunson. Brunson over to Hartenstein. Hartenstein gets it to Brunson. Brunson driving, floater. That rims in and out. Pokuševski with the rebound. He's bringing the ball up. Pokuševski kicks out to Earl over to Giddey. Giddey gets it over to Dort. Dort deep three. That rims in and out. Randall with the rebound. Randall gets it to Brunson. Brunson dribbling, working the dribble, kicks out. Hartenstein gets the floater. Knicks up 6-3. And Robinson Earl got bumped, but he was up ahead in transition. 1 point lead for the Knicks. They get it to Reddish. Reddish behind the back dribble. Euro layup misses, but Hartenstein with the Johnny on the spot cleanup. 9:25 here left. Gilgeous-Alexander working the dribble. Kicks out over to Earl. Earl over to Shevsky. Shevsky for three. And that misses. And Cam Reddish fights the rebound. He gets it over to Brunson. Brunson fakes a three. Jab stepping. Dribbles. Keeps it alive. Gets it over to Randall. Randall gets it over to Reddish. Reddish back to Randall. It's a bit disjointed here. Randall jab stepping. And he got fouled by Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his second in the first quarter.
That's important there.
They say the foul's on Robinson Earl.
Oh,
So
no,
Gilgeous-Alexander with one foul. Randall hits the first free throw. And the Oklahoma City call timeout. So, timeout on the floor. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want.
I know Jose Melo asked a good question there. He says, would you trade for Alexander's being shot? Heck yeah. My answer to that is heck yeah. That kid is a good player. Not only he could play the point guard. If you do have another point guard, I know we signed Jalen Brunson. He could easily slide into the shooting guard easily with point guard ability. Shea Alexander-Gilgeous, absolutely. He is a good player. Every year he gets better. He keeps ascending and he keeps ascending. I know he's on that Oklahoma City Thunder where there's not a lot of developed players around him. They're developing as a team, but that kid is just something about him that he is OKC's star.
I have always stated that if there was one guy that I knew that would end up being disgruntled, and that the Knicks should absolutely get this guy, because if anything, it would clean up the folly that they made during that draft. It is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because the shot making ability is incredible, and like he's a shooting guard. I'm past the point of he can handle the ball. It's impressive. He can make good decisions, draw double teams, get the assist, make the right read, all of that. But that's a guy that, I tag him along with Jalen Brunson, and now we have RJ Barrett signed. That's a guy that we're gonna, just we can keep now. I'm That's a guy I'm keeping, man. As they show Julius Randle praying and meditating with the team pastor.
I thought he had to blow a fart.
Nah, if you read what do you call it? Blood in the Garden. The Knicks have always had a guy dedicated to religious practice. As the Oklahoma City Thunder turn it over, so Brunson has the ball. 8:40 here left in the first. Gets it to Reddish, back to Brunson. Brunson driving, floater, and that rolls in. Knicks with the 6-point lead. Dort driving hard, got the layup.
Dork.
As Randle has the ball, Randle gets it to Reddish. Reddish driving, reverse layup, rims in and out, and Hartenstein got fouled, so he's heading to the line.
I like Hartenstein here with the offensive glass and becoming a pain in the neck in the center. I love it.
I'm in total agreement with you. And what's also been helping is I think they have been telling Cam Reddish that he is very creative getting to the hoop. So I think Tibbs is giving him free reign right now. Drive to the basket. Hartenstein makes one of two as Dort pulls up for three, front rims it. Brunson with the rebound, kicks it up ahead, and Randle lose the ball, but Reddish maintains it, gets it to Brunson. Brunson to Barrett. Barrett pulls up for three, front of the rim. Thunder come up with the rebound. Giddey looking for someone, kicks out. Pokusevski corner three, and that rims in.
Ugh.
2-point lead for the Knicks. Brunson gets it to Randle, back to Brunson. Brunson dribbling, working. Has Dort on him. Kicks it out. Randle pulls up for three, and that's good. Julius Randle for three. And Jeremiah Earl driving, bumped, and got the layup. So, Brunson has the ball for the Knicks. Brunson. They call a kickball. Reddish over to, and Hartenstein got the ball stolen by Pokusevski, and Pokusevski finishes, and Thibodeau calls timeout. That wasn't a lazy pass on Cam Reddish. So, timeout on the floor. We're in a commercial break right now.
Yeah, they gotta just not do those kind of sloppy turnovers. They gotta just you don't want to give extra turnover and allow OKC to keep the game close. The Knicks have much more talent. You could tell immediately, but
It's not really more so about you in general don't want to commit those turnovers, but you really don't want to get this team going in transition because
No.
we've seen it all the time. This is how Oklahoma City Thunder, this is how the OKC Thunder kill the Knicks. Is in transition.
Exactly. And you can't beat your own self or allowing them to get going and running.
It always makes it way more difficult. And with them having long athletes that love to thrive in transition, next you naturally have a guy that they're gonna attack in Jalen Brunson right there. don't make the job more difficult on yourself.
Right. Just making sure that everything is smooth. Let's get some. I know we have some comments in the chat. Let's go, Knicks. What's going on, Mr. Bernard Johnson in the building? Our mayor is in the chat. Salute, Kelvin T. Jones, Senior.
Kelvin,
Salute.
salute.
And yes, it was. They didn't want to get. They did not want to charge him earlier in that SGH foul. Now let me ask you this: the way Oklahoma City likes to run and gun and go and play at a high tempo, I know our bench plays the same way. Do you think Thibodeau wants to change the style, maybe to half court game?
Um, kind of, yeah, but in the same sense, like it's not that you. If you're gonna get out in transition, dictate it on your terms. That's really it. Everything
Absolutely.
should be dictated on your terms. That's all it is. Like Thibodeau had a famous line like before, is like, at the end of the day, sports is all about just imposing your will on the opponent. That's it. And the only way you do that is by dictating everything on your terms. So we get back into the game. Hartenstein, as it's a full court defense, full court press by the Thunder. They get it to back to Hartenstein. Hartenstein over to Barrett. Barrett driving, spinning, fall away jumper. That rims in and out. Dort with the rebound. They get it to Giddey. Giddey stops, kicks it out to Earl. Earl back to Pokuševski over to Giddey. Giddey driving, stopping, kicks out to Shevsky. Shevsky driving and lost the handle. Brunson driving. Brunson, Euro, tough layup, got it.
Good job.
17-14.
You went coast to coast there, baby.
Yep. 6 minutes here left in the first. As Rose is getting ready to kick in, and Dort, easy layup. Knicks miscommunication there. As Brunson gets it to Reddish over to Hartenstein, over to Brunson. Brunson driving, pivoting, fall away jumper, got it.
Nice.
Gilgeous-Alexander fakes the pull up three, and Robinson Earl lost it. They get it to Brunson. Brunson slows it down, kicks it out to Barrett. Barrett driving and blocking foul. Second foul on Dort.
Man, he shot that. I just saw that replay on the fall away from Brunson over Pokuševski. That was impressive there.
Yeah. As they inbound it to Rose. Rose. Pick and pop. Oh, pick and roll to Hartenstein. Faked them up and got the 2-pointer. 21-16. They kick
Give
it out
that
to Giddey.
assist.
Giddey, cross up, floater, got it.
Giggity. All right.
Rose over to Barrett. Barrett to Hartenstein. Back to Barrett. Barrett driving. Layup. Got it. So the lefties are going right tonight. Both Brunson and Barrett. They get it to Giddey. Giddey whips it out to Dort. And Dort reaching foul on Randall. That should have been a travel. That should have been a travel. Dort converts the first one. 23-19. Hartenstein sits down. Sims comes in.
Good Sunday morning, Maria. Salute, Maria.
Converts both free throws. They inbound it to Rose. Knicks up by 3. Rose over to Barrett. Barrett gets it over to Randall. Randall pulls up for 3. Hits the front of the rim. Giddy with the rebound. Giddy over to Alexander. Alexander driving, almost coughs it up, and he does. They kick it ahead to Rose. Rose lobs it up. Sims! Oh my God, he rose up. And Gilgeous-Alexander misses it. Sims got hops, ladies and gentlemen. Rose pulls up for three. Got it! Derrick Rose, ladies and gentlemen. 28-20. Alexander drives and gets the layup. Rose gets it over to Randall. Randall over to Reddish. Reddish back to Randall. Randall posting up Dort. Randall driving, fall away jumper, got it. 30-22. 3:30 here left in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's driving. Step back. Fakes it. Gets it over to Mike Muscala, who hits the three. Knicks lead cut to 5. Rose has it. Gets it over to Barrett. Barrett. Good defense by Gilgeous-Alexander. Is Barrett driving. Euro misses, but Sims cleans it up. Giddy, driving, floater. Just using that height. And they get it to Rose. Rose faked it, driving, reverses over to Sims. Sims kicks it out. Reddish corner pocket 3. Cam Reddish for 3. 35 points in the first quarter for the Knicks. Alexander driving, fall away jumper. And he drew the foul, so he's heading to the line.
Love it. If Reddish is going to hit the 3 ball tonight, it just opens up the floor even more, stretches the floor here for the Knicks.
As SGA hits the first free throw.
Also, look for Jericho Sims to have a really good game against this team here because there's not that much of a big presence at center.
As we also got good news, Mitchell Robinson has just been converted to day-to-day. He hasn't had any contact yet, but he's day-to-day right now, so that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander converts both free throws. 35-29, Knicks up by 6. Rose gets it to Quickly. Quickly over to Rose. Rose cutting Reddish. Reddish with the slam jam. 37-29. 2 minutes here left in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls up. Got it. So Rose dribbling, gets it over to Toppin. Toppin pulls up for 3. Obi Toppin for 3. And the Knicks have scored 40 points in their first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, tough layup, misses it. Sims with the rebound over to Reddish. Reddish slow things down. They've got the numbers. Reddish gets it over to Quickly. Quickly jab stepping, driving, floater, got it. Knicks with 42 points in the first quarter. 127 here left, and the Thunder have to call time out as the Knicks are just thriving on the offensive end.
And with 127 left in the first, they have 42 points for the New York Knicks, and it's not just only the 3 ball. I just remember Miss Janine English. Don't forget to check out her channel. She was talking about why is this team not cutting and not moving. You saw Reddish cutting into the basket. Rose with the good ESP as a point guard found them easy buckets. They're not just relying on the 3 ball. They're cutting, they're moving, they're getting also imposing their will in the paint. I love it. They're just shredding.
This
Today it's like pulled pork Sunday. They're out there shredding the beef, shredding the pig here on the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's pulled pork Sunday, baby.
Knicks with 12 assists in the first quarter.
Wow, when was the last time we could say that? Sometimes they had a whole game when they just barely made 10, 12 assists, let alone a whole quarter.
So the Thunder are bringing it up. Trey Mann gets it over to and travel. Isaiah Joe just traveled.
Oh, not a good possession after a timeout there for OKC.
Yep. Reddish sits down and Fournier comes in. Rose has the ball. Rose gets it over to quickly, drive in, layup miss, but Sims cleans it up. 44 points here. 58
Oof.
seconds left. Man, driving, kicks out.
Man.
Muscala kicks it out. Ooh, nice pass. Quickly, driving, kicks out, Toppin, fakes the three. Now gets it back to quickly. Kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier jab steps, driving, lobs it up. Toppin with the slam!
One-handed slam too.
And they pull up for three and they got it. 46-36. This Rose is getting a play call right now. Knicks working the off-ball action right now as Rose is working the dribble. Rose working, gets a screen. Rose working it. Floater, got it. Rolled in. 48 points here. 3 seconds left. Trey Mann working, step back. Misses. 48 first quarter points for your New York Knicks.
Wow. They shot 64% from the first. Wow. I think that's the best in their own history there. They shot 66.7% from the field. That's 26 of 30, folks. 26, 20 for 30 my from the field goal line. There were 4 of 7 from three-point land. That's 57.1%. And holding Oklahoma OKC on OKC, not bad. On the road, also shot 63% from the field. They were 4 of 9 from three-point land, OKC. The Knicks were 4 of 6 from the free throw line. OKC was perfect, 4 of 4. The Knicks out rebound OKC 12-6, but they also have 5 on the offensive glass. So the Knicks controlled offensive glass. They did not give up any offensive rebounding for the OKC Thunder. Knicks had, of course, 11 assists to the 8 from OKC. The OKC has a block. Knicks don't have a block yet. The Knicks have 3 steals to OKC's 1. Here's the big difference. OKC stole turnover the ball 5 times. The Knicks only have 1 turnover. 30 points in the paint for the New York Knicks. Like I was saying, like we were talking about Miss Janine, quoting her, the moving and cutting, they were not just relying on the 3 ball, they were hitting, they were scoring in the paint. So they had 30 points in the paint, and that is a great sign. Of course, I know a friend of mine's said he sees that and he thinks one thing.
Pretty good.
Indeed, Jose Melo, pretty good there. The Knicks leading scorer in that first. It was it was well balanced attack here. 7 points for Hartenstein, 7 points for Reddish, 4 points for RJ Barrett, 6 points for Julius Randle, 6 points for Jalen Brunson, 5 points for Derrick Rose. You had 6 points from Jericho Sims, 5 points for Obi Toppin, 2 points for Emmanuel Quickly. Everybody's contributing. It is like a potluck of scoring there tonight, this afternoon for the early brunch. Everybody bought a dish. Everybody's bringing something, a little bit of something, and you call that a potluck, baby. And that's a 48-point potluck.
BYOD, bring your own dish, and they did.
Yes, indeed. Now we need Fournier to bring some cheesecake or some croissants there to top it off here. Let's go, Fournier. We want you to get an offensive outburst as well.
So Kenrich has it. They get it over to Man. Man is spinning around the ball. Pokashevsky almost fumbles it. He gets it back. Get it up back to Man. 3's on the shot clock. Man spinning, pivoting, fall away jumper, rims in and out, Topping with the rebound. Gets it over to Sims. Sims gets it to Quickly. Quickly pulls up for 3, and that hits the front of the rim. Kenrich with the rebound. Thunder bringing the ball up. Thunder get it over to Williams. Williams back to Man. Man over to Pokashevsky. Pokashevsky to Williams. Williams driving. Jalen Williams with the floater. Got it. And that was a guy I was watching in the draft that I thought the Knicks should pick up because of his length. And he fouls to get a sub because they cannot call that. Wow. They have to hit, ladies and gentlemen, they have to foul in order to get the timeouts and appropriate substitutions. The Knicks got to put the pressure on them right now. So Rose kicks it out to Quickly. Quickly jab stepping, driving, floater, rims, got it. 50-38. Williams over to Pokashevsky. Pokashevsky over to Joe. Joe back to Williams over to Pokashevsky. Almost stolen by Fournier. Wiggins driving. They get it over to Pokashevsky. Pokashevsky. Oh, creative, but missed. And turnover right there. Pokashevsky gets it to Kenrich. Back to Pokashevsky. He pulls up for 3. And that misses. Sims with the rebound. They get it over to Quickly. So the Knicks got to be careful in their transition as Toppin deep in position and third turnover here. Just as I say it, they get another turnover in transition. So Thunder bringing the ball up. They get it to Williams. Williams working the dribble. Williams pulls up. Got it. Quickly driving hard to the basket. Couldn't get the layup, but he's heading to the line.
I like the fact that he put in Brunson here, especially after a couple turnovers, just to protect the ball.
Yes. Very big.
You were mentioning that about the keys with the substitution, what we're looking for from Coach Thibodeau. There's one key star to it. That point there, subbing and bringing Brunson in after 2 quick turnovers by the Knicks.
You're absolutely right. And that's Thibodeau showing a form of change. As
Also,
Quickly hits the first free throw.
Also taking a pulse of the game, knowing the pulse of the game. I know I complain about that when with the baseball team, but Thibodeau did a good job there.
Yep. You're absolutely right. As Williams driving and coughed it up, and Brunson comes up with it. Brunson over to Fournier. Fournier back to Brunson. Brunson driving, kicks out, and they call an offensive foul. They push. Brunson got pushed into the. That should have been a foul on the Thunder.
The referee that called it was blocked there. We had a couple players in front of him. We probably couldn't see that.
And he pulled Brunson down by his head. Wow.
Yeah, Williams. Yeah.
Williams driving, kicks it out to Kenrich. Over to Joe. Joe pulls up for 3, and that's good. So Knicks with the 9-point lead as Fournier kicks it out to quickly driving, kicks it to Sims. Sims over to Fournier. Fournier thought about it, pulls up the floater, misses, and Toppin was right there in the corner. They get it to Joe. Joe to Williams. And offensive! Blocking foul on Brunson?
Ooh, he was above the cylinder too. He was moving. Just a slight second. Just a slight second.
They get it to Williams. Williams driving. Kicks back over to Pokashevsky, over to Joe. Joe pulls up mid range. Got it.
Ooh, that was a push right there.
Quickly driving. Lobs gets the floater, and it's good.
Good.
They get it to Williams. Williams over to Joe. Joe to Pokashevsky. He fakes the three. Pulls up mid range. Got it. And these are the shots you generally want them to take as mid-range shots as a defense. It's Brunson driving, got the foul and one.
Good job. Oh, I loved it. The way he just hang in the air and just let it go there. I love that that continuation there for that 3-point play.
That boy good. In the words of Eddie Murphy, that boy good. Sims sits down as Hartenstein comes in. Good couple of good minutes from Sims tonight.
Yep. 5 points and 6 rebounds. You gotta like it.
So Knicks back up to a 10-point lead, 57 to 67. Excuse me, 57 to 47. As Kenrich gets it to Joe. Joe over to Williams. Williams back to Kenrich in the post against Barrett. He's posting up Barrett. He kicks it out. Aurora for three, and that's good. Brunson bringing the ball up. Brunson, nice crossover. Spinning, kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier driving, kicks it out to Toppin. Toppin stuck in the corner now, gets it over to Brunson. Brunson, crossover, and he got fouled. Toppin sits down, and Randall comes in. And Thunder knocked it out of bounds. Barrett going to inbound it now. Barrett gets it to Brunson. Brunson back to Barrett. Barrett driving. Layup. That rims in and out. They get it over to Joe. Joe pulls up for three. And that misses. Randall with the rebound over to Brunson. Brunson over to Barrett. Barrett, Euro, and kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier for three. And that misses. Joe with the rebound. Joe over to Giddey. Giddey bringing the ball up. Giddey takes a floater. That's good. And Tibbs calls timeout.
All that group play, then OKC's only down by 5. Knicks having had a historical first quarter, and the game's only 5. That's it. So it tells you, like we mentioned, the defense. The Knicks have not played well defensively here. And right now, after this timeout, after they come off this timeout, Fournier has to sit. Fournier has some opportunities, and he's just not doing anything.
He's not
You know,
contributing anything right now. I
nothing
I wish,
positive,
yeah.
and
Like
he's just
he's
being
had some spurts defensively, but it's not enough to where to keep him on the floor. Like nothing he's given offensively or defensively is enough to get it on the floor. And Vernon, I'm gonna tell you right now, I know you want Svi Mikhailuk out there. He ain't the answer either, brother. It's Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes deserves that time first before you go to Svi Mikhailuk.
you. Yes, there is a pecking order, but if Quentin Grimes isn't healthy, you go with Skeevy. You know, I would like to see a little bit. I'm not saying he needs to play major minutes, but give me some a couple small minutes here to from time. But I know you meant I know what you mean with Quentin Grimes should be the first guy off the bench if he's healthy. If he's 100% healthy
It,
and could go.
it's not a pecking order thing. I know like Svi Mikhailuk. I'm telling you, I was watching him in college. He is a great 3-point shooter. He is a great 3-point shooter, and that's the only thing I could say about him.
Right, but no one's playing defense right now. So right now, we if we
And he
if
wouldn't help that problem
I
either.
know, I know, but no one is right now. So, but I'm not saying we need to play him neither. I'm just saying if he's not healthy, I would love that. But Fournier right now, Fournier is not being a positive on the court here. He had an opportunity when he had a chance. He had Obi Toppin open for three, and he decided to go with a longer shot out too quickly instead of the decision making with from a Fournier is showing. He's not even and he's not even making the proper decision.
Yeah, he's not reading the court well right now. That's the only, like that's the biggest thing is he's not seeing the court well. I it sucks, but because this guy, no matter what anyone could say about him defensively last year, he still made the record for most threes hit in a Knicks season. He still was one of the top 5 best 3-point shooters in the league last year. So I, it's rough seeing him the way he is right now.
Agent Super Argo, what's going on? He says here, why did we ever get Fournier complaining about us receiving the contract? Hey, we weren't. That's what they signed, man. There was other players that we wanted, but they went for Fournier.
So Barrett kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson gets it to Randall. Randall spinning layup. Misses, but he's heading to the line.
And that's the one thing about Fournier. Fournier is a slasher at times, but he's not even slashing at all. So it makes you scratch your head.
Randall converts the first one, 58-52.
And Quentin Grimes is in the game, by the way. Just wanted to put that quick footnote.
Converts both free throws. 59-52. As Giddy has the ball. Giddy kicks it out. Joe for three. That's good. That's way beyond the 3-point line. They get it to Randall. Randall bringing the ball up. Randall gets the screen. Randall. And he got fouled.
Good. Keep going to the line. Get the charity strike. Not for nothing, the second unit here for OKC is actually being propelling OKC here, making it close here.
Yep.
They're getting them back in the game with three ball shooting and doing a little. They're getting dirty. They're rolling up their sleeves and pretty good job on them.
Yeah. This team plays well all around. They just have to clean up some things. And also, this team is confusing. I'll just say that. They have some good, talented pieces, but they're confusing.
In OKC,
So Randall hits the first free throw. 6:21 here left in the first half. He hits the second free throw. They get it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Jab step, pivots, kick back out. Robinson Earl for three. Got it.
They're hitting the three ball.
Barrett has the ball. Barrett and stolen. And Isaiah Earl, they throw it right back away.
That's what keeps OKC from ascending to get at least to get to the middle of the pack. Is that right
Yep.
there?
As the Knicks are facing a zone right now, Quentin Grimes kicks it out. Randall corner three, and that's off the mark. Gilgis Alexander dribbling, step back three, got it.
Just like that, tied.
So, yep. Grimes over to Barrett. Barrett for three, and that hits the front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound, and Gilgis loose with the ball as three guys swarmed him. They kick it out, and Barrett with the steal gets it over to Brunson. Brunson over to Grimes. Grimes gets it over to Randall in the post. Randall has Joe in the post. Randall, fall away jumper, couldn't get it. Joe with the rebound. Giddy has the ball. Giddy driving, floater, got it. He's been hitting that floater all day, all game long.
And OKC takes the lead.
Brunson, yep, 63-61. Brunson driving. Brunson kicks it out. Grimes for three, and that's off the mark, but Hartenstein, and he got fouled.
Unbelievable for them to just lose that lead like that. Not possession before, prior, when they had the transition. Instead of going to Randall in, who had the size advantage, they decided to go out with the ball, and then Randall takes that runaway. Shot selection, guys. Come on, folks. Come on, Knicks. You got to be a better shot selection.
Yeah, as Hartenstein hits the first free throw,
Right back.
converts both free throws, tie things up, 63 all. Dort pulls up for three, and that rims in. No one near him, no one playing any perimeter defense. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson, and late offensive foul call. Gilgeous-Alexander fakes a step back, moves over to Robinson Earl. Earl going over to Dort. Dort driving, kicks out to Giddy, and Giddy stolen by Brunson. Brunson driving, layup, missed, foul. So Brunson heading to the line. Brunson converts the first free throw. As Brunson hits both free throws. Knicks down by one, 66-65. Giddy looking, gets it over to Alexander. Alexander driving, got the euro, got the layup. Faked out Hartenstein. Brunson gets the screen. Brunson got Robinson Earl skating, gets it over to Barrett. Barrett driving, and that slipped out of his hand. They get it over to Williams, and Williams off his leg. Terrific transition defense by Cam Reddish. Brunson gets it over to Randall. Randall, top of the free throw line, bumping, spinning, layup, misses, gets his rebound. It's good, and the foul. So we're in a commercial break right now. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Give me one moment.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in a commercial break. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? Jose Mello says, trade Randall for a week pass Metro card. I don't know if you could get that type of value for Randall right now. But at the same time, I mean, I can't complain about the game he's playing right now. It is a game to game basis. We are always going to check, but optimally, this is what you'd want from Julius Randle right now. He hasn't really touched the ball like that, hasn't brought it up like that, hasn't been the dribble king, hasn't been the spin king. It's really been Brunson holding the ball. If anything, if there's a way for Tom Thibodeau to get Fournier out of the rotation and get some other guys back in there, hopefully Grimes is healthy enough to come back. If not, we could just extend more minutes to Cam Reddish, but that's what I'm looking for right there. It's Randall to the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play, and he does. Ties things up, 68 all. Giddy brings the ball up. Giddy driving, kicks out. Robinson Earl misses the three. Randall got hit. That should have been a loose ball foul. As Randall gets it over to Barrett. Barrett kicks out to over to Brunson. Brunson, Chav stepping, working the dribble, gets it over to Barrett. Barrett driving, layup, misses, but Randall lost the rebound, gets it over to Giddy. Giddy bringing the ball up. Giddy over to ah, and they hit another three. Aaron Wiggins. Brunson has the ball. Brunson gets it over to Reddish. Reddish curling, drives, layup, misses. Couldn't get the putback. Giddy with the rebound. Giddy fumbles it, gets it over to Wiggins. Wiggins back to Giddy. Get it to Gilgeous-Alexander. And falling away, no good. Hartenstein with the rebound. Hartenstein over to Barrett. Barrett bringing the ball up. Knicks down by 3. Barrett spinning, and they lost it again. And Williams got the easy transition dunk. Brunson fakes the handoff, pulls up, got it. 70-73. Knicks down by 3. Alexander has the ball. Alexander got the foul and the continuation. So Thunder heading to the line. Gilgeous-Alexander. And he hits the free throw. Brunson bringing the ball up. What do they call? There's a whistle slowing things down.
Shot clock. Ooh, look at Clyde's suit.
Yep. As
What is that,
quickly,
velvet?
driving, slows things down, gets it over to Randall. Randall working against Williams, spinning, kicks out. Hartenstein for 3. That's good. Hartenstein finally hits a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 seconds left. Knicks have a foul to give. They get it out to Wiggins. Wiggins kicks out. Giddy for 3. And that rims in. Over to Reddish. Reddish pulls up and won't go. That ends the first half. Knicks down by 6.
To be honest with you, they should be booed off that halftime.
The Knicks are not playing good defense. I'll just say that. You dish out 48 points, but in the second quarter, gave up 43 points in the quarter, 43-25. It's terrible defense by the Knicks right there. Letting a lot of 3-pointers go. I mean, then again, they think, like you said, with the which game was it? I forget which game was it. It was where you said they were shooting a lot of threes, and you just kind of hope they regress back to the mean.
That was the game with Brooklyn. No, you wasn't here for the Brooklyn game. It was before that one. Man, I'm trying to remember. Was it the Pistons? It wasn't Friday night. It wasn't Friday night. It was before that. Then I say, yeah, maybe
I think it may
they'll
have
slow
been
down and they look at the
Minnesota.
mirror and they look at the mirror and says, wait a minute, we're this team and we're not supposed to be shooting like
Yeah.
that. But man, they had a great. This is an up and down roller coaster of two halves here, of two quarters. Because first quarter we were excited, the most points they ever scored in a quarter in a period, and all of a sudden, boom, come over the second, they give up 43 points. And OKC hit 12 out of 20 from the field in 3-point land. So they shot lights out on the road. They're 60% on the road and from 3-point land, not let alone they're 67% from the field, 31 out of 46. 40. So the Knicks also they're at 51% from the field, 26 for 51. But when you have a 25-point quarter, it's you know this is why they're trailing here by 6. They also shot 35% from 3-point land, 5 out of 14. That number has to get better. They need to hit those three balls when they have the opportunity. The Knicks they have gone to the free throw lines. They got to the free throw line 18 times. They hit 16 of them while holding OKC just to 5 attempts and 5 for 5. They're perfect from the line, but 5 for 5. They are rebounding OKC 23-15. They got 10 offensive boards. It's the three ball again, Achilles heel to the New York Knicks. They're allowing teams to just hit record numbers of threes. I know the league and the game has evolved where it's a 3-point game, a 3-point league now. But man, the Knicks got to do a better effort of consciousness of just standing there, even if you got to be there and use your hot breath, do something. They're not even getting close there to even use their bad breath to stop them. My God, teams just come in here and do what the hell they want from the 3-point line because they're too busy trying to overextend switching or for the double team where now these days, let's face it, the modern NBA, there is no more inside scoring. There is no guys with post moves. Maybe we have to think about having an umbrella on the perimeter, do something defensively, some type of scam because this is the thing. Everybody now even OKC is gonna come in here and have a happy meal moment from the from the 3-point line. I mean, come on, guys, we cannot see this. How much more can we continue seeing teams come in here and just do whatever the hell they want from the 3-point line? We got to do something. Something's got to change here, with their defense, with their perimeter defense.
Yeah, absolutely right. But I think also what the Knicks have to do as well is like some of these guys, they're in foul trouble already. You're gonna keep driving the basket. I know they're playing some good defense right now. I mean, good defense at times, but that's only because of the indecision that we make. We saw that in that first quarter. There are ways to exploit this team defensively. So you got to find ways because they're foul happy too. They really are foul happy. They rather use their hands than their feet.
Yeah, but they just can't. We just can't keep having teams come in here, not just at the Garden, even on the road, anytime to give up too many three balls. This is an OKC team that was fueled by the second unit. The second unit came in here and fueled this game, brought them back and gave them the lead, and then of course the starters kicked in and say, "Oh wow, the second unit got us going here." You know, let me ask you: we're trailing here now by 6? Do we actually even thinking about putting back in the second half for Fournier now? Because we were up by double digits and we brought in Fournier and it just spiraled. I'm not blaming, and it's not a blame on Evan Fournier. It's not. But my point is, can you afford to play where a player that's struggling so mightily to allow teams to get in, and that's the consequences and the result when you have a player that's struggling so much. It gave that jump kick, that start to the OKC unit, to the whole team to get going. This is but we want to see Fournier shoot out of it and get going. But man, it's a slippery slope. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you do New York Knicks, we can't complain that we want Fournier to do well, but he needs playing rep. And then we can't complain when we don't give him playing rep because to get out of it. So damn if you do, damn if you don't, because this is the consequences. The Knicks doesn't have the luxury or the ability to take advantage or have the luxury to play a player to try to shoot themselves out of it. So it's a conundrum for the Knickerbockers here. But I'll give you the leading scorers. You got Brunson with 13 points, Randall with 13 points, Hartenstein with 12 points, RJ Barrett 4 points. RJ Barrett needs to get going. Again, this is a trend that we speak out so often here. He needs to get going. It's already we're already 13, 14 games into the season. You need to get going, young man. Number 8, number 9, you need to start getting wake up and get going. We need you to get going, my friend. You got Cam Reddish with 7 points, Jericho Sims with 6, Derrick Rose with 5, Toppin with 5, 8 for quickly. everyone is contributing. Fournier with only with where he's the only one with donuts. He's got a donut in his column. We want him to get going, but at what expense? Quentin Grimes also having a bagel himself in 3 minutes of action, though. So hopefully we can see what adjustments Tom Thibodeau and coaching staff do if they see something in there that they could exploit, because this is not something that the Knicks fans want to see on a Sunday afternoon here, especially now with Josh Giddey had 14 points himself. Shea Alexander Gilgeous has 14, 9 points for Lou Dort, 7 points for Pokovetsky. Jay Williams with 6 points, A. Wiggins with 3, Joe 8 points off the bench. Joe was fantastic shooting the ball. Yeah, that guy did do. RJ Jarago guy did a nice painting. Yes, he did. Trey Mann with 3 points, Muscala with 3 points. So they're also evenly distributing the offense. Jay Robinson Earl with 10 points. So guys, some of them are getting game highs, and they're getting it there in the first half. It's a first half there with both teams over 70 points, and that's a lot.
I will say though, it's not to say anything of it. With all of that, you know what the money line has moved to? Knicks -8.
They still think the Knicks, so it went down from.
No. It went up. It went from Knicks being a 5.5 point favorite to Knicks now being an 8.5 point favorite.
We've seen this as the Giants scored a touchdown, so they're up 7
Yep.
nothing on Houston and in the Meadowlands or MetLife. And touchdown right there, that number 83, baby.
Lawrence Cager, his first touchdown of his career.
And he did it, and
Danny
it was
tied
a
it up.
nice, it was a nice, it was a really nice play there because he was a check down. That was a check down, the safety valve, and he got it. Sometimes keep it simple on that
It
play.
wasn't. It wasn't really a check down. It was more so a bootleg. It is kind of a check down, but it was a bootleg where he was always the secondary option. But like the misdirection went one way, and he was the lone guy going the other way. So sometimes the play is best, designed for a guy like that.
That's why it's the safety. It's the safety valve because that was the safest play. That's the safest, highest percentage play because he instead of forcing it down the downfield, maybe double coverage. So if he went to that's why those keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Good job for the Giants here scoring 7-0 here. So we'll see what back to the basketball, back to the Knicks here. They got to win this game on a Sunday matinee before they head on the road. They go on the road here. They play Utah. They play the Nuggets, OKC, and the Golden State Warriors. Then OKC. So the Knicks gotta get right here. I know offensively it looks beautiful, but there's still some miscommunication on the defense. Not playing the Tom Thibodeau led defense that we know and see from this team. And Joe Curry says this is why he hates the modern basketball because it stops the focus on defense and what can you do offensively instead of on the other way around. Also the foul calling. If these scores, Joe Curry, these scores continue to go up, don't be surprised if they allow the full arm extension back in the NBA. Especially guys are hitting the 3 ball.
I mean, to a certain extent, yeah, but at the same time, it's not that these players have decided to focus on the offense. If you read the rule book, that's what the rules are catering to. There's a whole lot of professional sports that are catering to the offense. So now, because they're catering to the offense, the kids now come up learning that this is the best way for them to make it in the league, and then for them to get a sustainable career in the league. And a lot of these players, man, as much as we, they're measurables for defensive end. If you saw all these guys playing, strictly defense and just dedicating themselves to defensive end without much care for the offensive end, it would start to frustrate you a lot because you know that the skill level has only gone up and up and up and up. Your average player in today's NBA game can do way more than your average player in the older style of basketball. I mean, older style of basketball. So, you, you know, you kind of have to take what's given to you and see which ways you can mold the game that's coming up next.
Right, and to your point, the NBA player now has a better offensive skill set. So why not allow the full hand check? Enough with the short arm forearm. Allow them to push you. If you have a strong forearm, if you're strong upper body, you could push to keep the guy from getting into the paint, backing in. And why not allow the full stand of the arm, especially guys who are hitting fallaways from everywhere and hitting over 35, 36-foot jumpers. Why not allow the full hand check before? They did it. It didn't stop guys like back in the time. With Jordan and back in the '90 Pistons runs and the Showtime Lakers. They still allow you to pull the full extension. I kind of would like to see just that one rule return. Let them use their full arm to push you out. I wish they used that one at least. Give me that back to at least neutralize, give the defensive player some type of advantage.
There's that, and then there's another thing too that's a big problem is that I'm just gonna say it. These these NBA referees as a whole do not know how to officiate bigger guys in the paint. To a certain extent, like everyone has a space and pace play. But if a guy is bigger than the smaller guy, there should be certain weight advantages that he could just naturally like. You should just tell a smaller player, like, hey man, I'm trying my best to defend him. It's like, yeah, the guy's just too big. It's at that point you're a mismatch. A mismatch is a mismatch for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? So like there are times where I like it's not to be a fan of the guy, but he is on my team, so I'm watching it. There's a lot of times where Julius Randle in the paint, he is just not. They're giving the defensive player like it's crazy. They only in the paint would give the defensive player against a guy like him more leeway because he's bigger and stronger. I remember last year how he stated, and I know this was true because he didn't get fined afterwards for this, but he stated that they said they can't officiate him the same way as everyone else because he's bigger and stronger than the average defender against him. Like it's at that point that it kind of feels like you're handicapping him for him being born the way he is.
That's not fair. That's why you're drafted. Basketball has been from Will Chamberlain to Russell, the bigger centers. They were a specimen. Just think about it. If they wanted them, they kind of want the centers to play like if they were a small forward, and it's impossible. They're too big.
They're
They're
phasing the big man out of the game, and now you're getting a European bigs that can come in, and they're very, very skilled, or a guy that's in America that's trying to build himself like a European big. And what ends up happening majority of the time is you get a guy that can't get a rebound for anything.
Yeah, they want a lot of Pokanowski.
Hmm. So we're still in the
I'm listening.
commercial
I'm,
break.
I'm
We'll take
listening
a
to what Andy Greer has to say.
yeah.
They're talking about they need to close out harder, and they're blaming it that the transition was terrible. I think no, I think the three ball, my friend, was the worst. Now, of course, their offense is good. They're taking kudos that they spraying the ball, but their defense was bad.
So Giddy has the ball. Giddy driving, kicks it out to Dort. Dort, tough layup in the air, 81-73. Brunson has it, gets it over to Randall. Randall back to Brunson. Brunson gets it over to Randall. Randall over to Reddish. Reddish spinning, driving, tough layup, got it. 75-81. Knicks down by 6. As Giddy has the ball. Gets it over to Dort. Dort fake pump fakes and kicks it out. Scholar for three, misses. Reddish with the rebound. Reddish gets it over to Barrett. Barrett, Euro, kicks it out. Hartenstein over to Randall. Randall over to Brunson. Brunson over to Randall. Randall pulls up for three. Got it. So the Knicks with some offensive continuity here. 81-78. They get it to Giddey. Giddey has the ball. Giddey pivoting, driving. He kicks it over to Dort. Dort pulls up for three. That's good. Brunson has the ball. Brunson gets it over to Randall. Randall pulls up for three, and that rims in and out. They kick it out to Dort. Dort driving. Layup misses, and they call a foul on Randall. Late foul. Dort to the line. Converts the first one. Converts both free throws. 86-78. And Brunson misses the floater. They get it to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA driving and poked out of his hand, and they call a foul. Converts the first one. So Grimes comes in as Barrett sits down. Converts both free throws. Thunder have a 10-point lead, 88-78.
Unbelievable. Shouldn't
Brunson
be that way.
over to, they get it back to Brunson. Brunson working the ball around, spinning, kicks it out, and Randall got fouled on the entry pass. They get it to Brunson. Brunson gets a screen. Driving, kicks out to Reddish. Reddish, layup, got it, and a foul. Finally embracing that contact. That makes a difference right there. He has elusiveness going to the basket, but if this young man embraces the contact, he's heading to the line a lot more. Converts the three-point play. Knicks down by 7. 12 points for Cam Reddish. Dort driving, Dort, and stolen by Reddish. Reddish running the transition, driving, layup, got it! 88-83. 14-point game for Cam Reddish. Knicks down by 5. Alexander. Offensive foul on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson over to Grimes. Back to Brunson. Brunson pivoting, kicks out to Grimes. Grimes pulls up a three, and that's off the mark. But Randall's right there. Randall, and they call an offensive foul.
What? How is that an offensive foul? He's trying to go up with the ball, and especially underneath the paint. That's a bad call. He's supposed to go out. He's going up strong. He's going up strong to the paint.
His elbow is.
So what, he's supposed to take his elbow out? I mean, come on, man. That's a bad call.
That's a terrible foul.
A flagrant, my butt. That's what is he supposed to do around the basket? What was he supposed to do under the basket? But go up strong. That's what they tell you. You go up strong for that. Come on, man. It's not his fault that he's a midget underneath the basket. Come on, man. That's a terrible call, man. Come on.
That's a terrible call. And I just spoke to this.
They shouldn't even be reviewing it if it's an offensive foul. They should be changing his back to Knicks ball. My goodness, that's a terrible call. There was no intent. So what he's supposed to do? There was no malicious intent for being a flagrant foul.
I don't understand how it's an offensive foul. I don't understand that.
Come on, he's going up strong. It's not even an offensive foul. Shame on you, Green. That's not even an offensive foul. That's him going for.
He said he didn't extend his elbow in a reckless manner. So, he did. They're saying it's a basketball move. He did everything legal, but it's an offensive foul. That's bogus.
Oh, shut up! You telling me? Not you, the referee. Saying about the freaking call. He's trying to make it sound so intelligent. Dude, keep it simple.
This is terrible. I'm sorry.
These are officials.
Why would you have us watch this on Sunday when there's football going? Moving screen on Muscala, Knicks ball.
It's a terrible play there, man.
This is terrible. Brunson brings the ball up, gets it to Reddish, over to Randall. Randall fakes the handoff, over to Brunson now. Brunson pivoting, gets it over to Randall. Randall in the post. Randall kicks out to Grimes. Grimes over to Reddish. Reddish over to Brunson. 3. Good defense. Brunson, tough layup, and he got fouled.
And
That's a foul.
Dork should have got hit with a technical.
Because they're jumping up and down, but that's a foul all day because y'all give that. Yeah, that's a foul all day because y'all give that to Trae Young.
There was body contact there.
Brunson converts both free throws. The Knicks down by 3. They get it to Giddey. Giddey over to Gilgeous-Alexander. He's spinning. Tough defense by Grimes, but even better offense by Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson over to Reddish. Reddish over to Randall. Randall spinning. They get it over to Brunson. Brunson deep 3. It's the front of the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. He's driving and it's poked away by Reddish. Good defense by Cam Reddish. And Randall pulls up. Couldn't get it to fall. So someone got 5 fouls in 15 minutes.
Let me ask you this: why go away from Reddish, who had the hot hand there, who was getting hot there? Now the ball's
I
away from him.
Because Julius, I'm not gonna lie, man. As 3 years now, he's been in that precarious position of going deep in the post and not being able to, like nowhere in the post can he make a good decision. Cross court passes are red. He spins into double team sometimes. It's tough right now. Converts the second free throw. Knicks down by 4. Giddey driving, layup, rims in and out and in. Brunson driving, kicks it to Randall, and Randall misses it, fighting for the rebound. Pokusevski comes out with it. Kicks it out to Alexander. Alexander kicks it out, and Dort behind the backpack. No one was paying attention as he cut baseline. Knicks down by 8. Get it to Brunson. Brunson kicks out to Reddish. Reddish fakes it, driving, layup, got it, and the foul.
Now we're just mentioning that. Why not continue to feature Reddish? He's on fire right now. He's got a mismatch. Let the kid freaking eat. Yeah, he totally took Giddey's lunch for practice. He took his lunch there with the fake, and now he's gonna get rewarded with a 3-point play. Good job there for Reddish. Now, keep feeding him from the wing. Let him create havoc on the wing there, and let him until you see he starts cooling off. Then you go to another option. And have Julius. Doesn't mean you got to shy away from Julius Randle. Julius Randle has a place here. We just need you to crash the boards, my friend, and go in there. And if Reddish also has to read, if he commands now the double team, and you have Reddish in the paint, Randle in the paint, let Reddish feed Randle and get some easy buckets that way. I think that's an efficient way for the Knicks to get back and do their offense. But when you play isolation with Randle, and Randle in like you said, doesn't make a smart decision. And then deep in the paint with the ball, that's where the Knicks get hurt.
Yep.
And also,
good game for Reddish so far. Has to keep attacking though.
Right, and then once Reddish needs to sub, where we all know that he's not going to keep up this hot hand, but you keep feeding him until he does. Well, now we need someone else to step up, and we need the name of R.J. Barrett to be the next one in line after Reddish's hot start, momentum here. When he cools down or he needs a blow, you need to now. RJ Barrett needs to be the hot hand. You keep feeding the hot hand, of course. Feed me more. That's what should be the next aspect here when they got a hot hand. Feed them more.
And I think what's gonna happen is right now. What is nice to see is that, as creative as Barrett is driving to the rim and not really yet having the ability to finish, except for this game, the last couple of games he's had the ability to finish. What I can say is that Reddish being able to break down the defense, get the foul, get the and one on the last line of defense, putting that guy in consistent foul trouble will make it easier for the Knicks to continuously break down the defense.
And that's what they need. They need guys to continue doing that. And not set up to be a shooting team, a jumper, perimeter team. They need to continue to attack. So Reddish will go to the line here.
Reddish converts the 3-point play. 94-89. Knicks down by 5.
16 points for Reddish.
Giddy over to Muscala. Muscala to SGA. SGA working the dribble, step back mid range, and that rims in and out. And Brunson got fouled hard. And yeah, Knicks got them in the penalty, so they're hacking and whacking. Knicks got to make their free throws. Brunson converts the first one. Knicks down by 4, 94 to 90. Converts the free throws. Knicks down by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. Pocket pass to Pokusevski. And nice layup. Pick and roll pass to Pokusevski, and he got it. Brunson driving, kicks it to Isaiah Hartenstein, and that could have been an and one right there. Knicks down by 3, 96 to 93. SGA fumbles it, and off his foot, Knicks ball. No!
Here comes the ref from.
They
He
give
was
it
in,
back. Yeah, they gave it back.
he was all the
Muscala
way.
pulls
He
up
was
a
all the
three
way in
and
Wall
gets it.
Street. They're freaking officiating.
Brunson over to Grimes. Knicks moving around right now. Grimes gets it over to Reddish. Reddish working, driving, kicks it out to Randall. Randall to Brunson. Brunson got bumped by Giddy. And it knocked out of their hand. Get it to Brunson. Pulls up for 3. That should have been a goaltend. Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh my gosh. (101 to 93). Reddish driving, Euro, and blocked by Pokusevski. Gilgeous-Alexander working the dribble, kicks out, kick over to Pokusevski, and he hits the 3. And Tom Thibodeau calls timeout as they're shooting 70% from the 3-point line.
This is a terrible. This is a terrible display this Sunday. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. That possession there, Reddish got deep in the paint and decides to kick it back out to Randall. I know he was wide open, but he's been getting contact. Reddish, come on, you've been the hot hand. I wish he was there. I wish he was a little selfish. He was being unselfish, and that led to no possession. That led to that 3-ball that Brunson hit that missed in front of the rim that we thought it might have been a goaltend. He had an opportunity to get contact, especially them in the penalty. He should have went strong there and hit off the glass. He would have got an easy bucket. He was really close there. We had really good deep position in the paint, and he decided to pass it back out to Randall. Randall, what he did, he goes with his. He got into a little bit of an isolation, and that's the ball that got thrown, that got tipped out of bounds. Bad possession. They're not playing smart basketball here. They're not playing again. It's just like this collective unit of guys. How much more we're going to continue seeing this bad collective of guys play? Also, 4 minutes or 5 minutes in, why isn't hopefully at this timeout, Randall needs a blow. Let him sit down and have some air Get some rest. Obi Toppin should be playing now. His game is close. The Knicks now. I'm not saying Randall is not good. No, he just right now plays a little bit too much
We
on the
need
court for our liking.
we need an offensive spark right now because this isn't really
Yeah. And also when you have Red and now Reddish, you might have to sub Reddish because Reddish got some minutes in. Now you could have had Toppin with Reddish on the floor to space it, would have been nice. But now you have to give Reddish a blow here as well because he's been out there on the floor for quite so long time. So now I want to see RJ Barrett with Obi Toppin and quickly now. They need to spark the team now. They need to come in here and they need that spark because they need it immediately. It's still not a double digit lead, but it could get out of hand if they are not careful. They're not getting again nothing out of their. And you know what? And one thing that we did not see all afternoon, and we have not seen Toppin and Randall on the floor. There is no need. This is the type of game where you could use both of these guys for extended minutes. I'm not saying Hartenstein has been terrible. No. He's been good, but this is a game where you could use these two guys, that combination, because there is no dominant paint preference for OKC.
Hartenstein over to Quickly. Quickly pulls up for three, and that hits the front of the rim. And they call a foul. He misses the first one. Ball don't lie. Knicks down by 12. Get it to Rose. Rose, double team, kicks out to Quickly. Quickly over to Reddish. Reddish working the dribble. Reddish driving. Step back mid-range. Got it.
That stops a 9-0 run by OKC.
Yep. Alexander kicks out. Robinson Earl hits another three. 16 of 25. Quickly over to Rose. Rose over to Randall in the post. Randall over to Quickly. Quickly over to Rose. Rose driving. Floater. Misses. Batted around. Alexander with the rebound. Driving. Tough layup. Doesn't get it. Sims with the rebound over to Randall. Randall running the court. Got Randall. Turnover. And layup in transition with the and one.
Why isn't Obi Toppin not in the damn game? Look, what's going on, man? LeBron Brady.
Converts the 3-point play. 111 to 95. They get it to Toppin over to Rose. Rose driving. Floater. Rims in and out. And they call a foul on Sims.
No, they haven't played him. He's I don't know. I don't think he's hurt. He just he says it's politics, my guys. Knicks are practicing losing as much as they are practicing winning.
As he converts both free throws at 113 to 95.
Can't believe the Knicks are now in a double
Get
digit
it to
deficit.
Toppin over to quickly. Over to Toppin. Toppin pulls up for three. That's good. And Alexander almost coughs it up, but he gets it back. Alexander. And that's turnover right there.
Indeed.
Quickly over to Reddish, over to Toppin, back to Reddish, and Reddish stolen. And layup is good. Quickly, and he got fouled. Converts the first one. Quickly misses the second one. They get it to SGA, and he kicked it off. Get it to Joe. Over to SGA. SGA. Dribbling. Layup. Got it. Using that length. Get it to quickly. Quickly driving. Layup. Got it. 117 to 101. Knicks down by 16. Pulls up, misses the jump shot. Sims over to Earl. Earl takes it over to Kendrick. Enrich over to Alexander. Pulls up for three. Got it. Quickly. Floater. Got it.
Nice run by Saquon Barkley.
I couldn't even pay attention to it because I'm trying to call this.
All right, you can have the fourth. I'll take the fourth for you. Go watch, enjoy this beautiful run by Saquon Barkley.
Quickly converts the free throw. Knicks down by 16. Williams has it.
Wouldn't be surprised to see that, Mangos.
And backdoor. They got it. Quickly dribbling, driving, and he got fouled. Quickly hits the first free throw. Hits both free throws, 122 to 106. Williams pulls up for three, hits the front of the rim. That's it.
After 3 quarters complete, it's 122-106. The Knicks are losing in every aspects of the game. The Oklahoma City Thunder's just opposing their will from the second quarter on, and they have 122
Back-to-back
points.
43 point quarters.
So they, again, 122 points after 3 quarters of play, and we're still playing a full quarter. Here, 122 to 120 to 106 here. For the Knicks, they need answers. They need answers here. They need, what needs to be done here. I wish I could tell you they need a little bit of everything. They need a little bit of everything. First and foremost, it starts with the defensive effort. They need to move. They need to contest. They need to be there at the perimeter. Sure, I don't think they have an answer for SGH here. SGH just and he only has made 2 3-point shots. That's it. And he's getting everything, slashing, going to the basket, creating, doing a little bit of everything. Of course, and surrounding him with some shooters, his teammates are shooting phenomenal from the perimeter, from the 3-ball. Where the Knicks go from here, it's a lot to a lot to overcome here. But you know what? I'm up for the challenge here for this fourth quarter, and when they get going, I'm going to be a little bit, couple seconds behind because I want to see if this Knicks.
Nah,
I want to see their body language.
I'm gonna finish the game. I'm finished.
I'm gonna finish it because I'm not gonna be on for the next 3 games. That's why. Remember,
Okay.
I can't be here for Utah. Them, as well as the Nuggets. Maybe they'll go Golden State game, but I won't be for those because they start too late for me. They will definitely be too late for me. I'll do half of the. I'll do half of the 4 for now. I'll just tap out. Just wanted to see if I could get them. Let me get them on a spark. Let me come off the bench. Let me be the energizer bunny rabbit to see if they could get a spark going. He goes, Joe Curry. I love what Joe Curry says. I will cut Westbrook as soon as I get him. Not for nothing. I don't want him. Don't hear me wrong. Hear me out. Don't before I get the slings and arrows through this way. If they bring a Westbrook in here, the way he slashes and he'll play like a Alexander Gilgeous, it might be something positive. But I know a lot of the nights we're gonna be pulling our hair out. But sometimes it might work. That's what kind of they need here, like that type of play from a Westbrook. I'm not saying we should go get Westbrook. No. But that's what they need this moment, at least in this game. That kind of spark as we're ready for come back here. I know the ticker. I'm a couple seconds behind, so. He is the sole purpose to get another $37 million player. Oof. Agent Argo says I should have went to church. So here we go. They top and misses. So they started late on my end. So here's Williams. Williams back to all the other Williams. Jalen Williams drive, puts it up, and he hits it. So everything falling in for OKC as Derrick Rose now. Derrick Rose burst to speed. Derrick Rose puts it up. And layup, it's good. So he gets the nice finish there, 124 to 108, 1120 here. So Giddey will bring the ball up. Knicks need to play some defense. They got the second unit out there. Here's Giddey. Giddey now. Long pass here for three. Catch and shoot three. And that's off the mark. Deep rebound caught by Quickly now. Quickly now wants to get going. Quickly on the right wing. Quickly driving. Quickly puts it up. Foul. Count it. And one. So hopefully we get a little spark here. Manuel Quickly comes up with a three-point play. So Knicks down by 14. Trying to cut it to 13 here with free throws. For the chance of a conventional three-point play for Emmanuel Quickly. And he hits, he completes the three-point play. Knicks down by 13. Now they need to go on a run here. They need to play some defense. They need to get the crowd back in on his feet. Giddey passes it to Williams. Williams back over other Williams. Jay Williams. Now Giddey now. Giddey 11 on shot clock. Giddey now in the paint. He bounce pass here to Cutting. Alexander. Good hands there by Quickly. Rebound. Knicks playing some defense now. Here's Derrick Rose. Rose now. Thought about the three. And they're going to say try. They're going to say carry or discontinue.
It's a carry.
He thought about the three and then he just went. Not a lot of times they call that, but it was the proper call. As much as we killed the officials. Here's Giddey. Giddey now. Giddey driving. Floater, and he hits that. So Josh Giggity hits it. 126, 111. So 18 points for Josh Giddey. What's up, Chris the Flash? Salute. Here's Quickly now on the right wing. Quickly. Passes it to Toppin. Thought about the three. Now Toppin driving. Passes it to Fournier. Fournier fumbles it. Over to Quickly. Quickly now. Floater to Jericho Sims. Give Quickly an assist and an easy bucket for the Knicks. They need to continue to do that. Chip away. 126 to 113. So that now it's Josh Giddey now bringing the ball up all over. So Fournier tried to be all over him like a cheap suit. To no avail. Switch by Rose. Now Giddey. Giddey driving. Giddey puts it up. Wild one. And he misses in and out. Rebound by Fournier now. Fournier pressing to Quickly. Actually to Toppin now. Toppin on the left wing. Toppin passes it. Trying to find it. Loses that one. So Williams takes a steal away from Quickly. So Toppin cross-scroll pass is a bad decision. Williams shoots. And Giddey with his long length in his fingernails got the tip in. Length again hurting the Knicks. 128 to 113. 920 here. Now Emmanuel Quickly now trying to fight over a screen. Quickly now dancing, prancing, keeps a dribbling in between his legs. 8-7 on the shot clock. Now Quickly, a lot of contact, but no call here. Now Quickly's getting trapped. Quickly's going to have to put up a long one, and that misses. Loose four, and it's going to be last touch by Williams, so Knicks will have it. So Knicks should get a new 14 on the shot clock. Are they going to challenge this? And they are. So they will have a challenge here. To add insult to injury, OKC wants to challenge this. Big opportunity here. 128 to 113 with 9:05 left in the game. As they call a quick timeout. The Giants have a 7-3 lead in the Meadowlands over the Texans. Buffalo with a 17-10 on those Minnesota Vikings. I'll give you some scores as I see it flash through my TV screen. We also Tampa Bay beat earlier in Germany the Seattle Seahawks. 10-3 the Lions over the Bears. Oh my. And if Agent Gargo says, we don't have time, IQ, pass it.
Giants just got a sack.
Good job. Big Blue. They've been impressive on the defense. I think Coach Drabo got in there, lit them earlier in the game. He was in on them hard. Giants defense. As we're waiting for this here, let's see if the Knicks can have a spark here. They got 9. There's plenty of time, and the game is not too much out of reach, but it starts with their defense and making some good offensive decisions. Of course, the New York Jets have the bye, but the Giants are in there and they're playing right now, and they're back at home from their bye. they're interesting. I would love the Giants to put up this game away though. 7-3, they should, I would love them to,
They just threw a flag on the sack. I don't.
uh, because he used his body on it.
It's Bill
Ah.
Vinovich. Like, I hate him.
That's so deflating. And Dexter Lawrence is having a hell of a game. He has 4 sacks this season, so he's been coming up. You know what? I'm gonna save this for after, but I'm gonna highlight it here. It says how the young guys outplayed the Knicks. We need to maybe a lot of people are questioning that. You're not the first person to question that. But 9:06 remaining, but it's still plenty of time. The Knicks gotta get going. Oh, Jericho Sims tipped it, touched it last. So good call there by OKC here. So as they bring the ball here to Williams. So everything going Oklahoma City Thunder way. Williams, back to the other Williams, back to Giddey. Giddey now. Giddey, long pass, stolen by the Knicks. Quickly comes up with that interception. Quickly to Toppin. Toppin, that was sloppy turnover. So, my God, that's the indicative of the night for the game, for the Knicks here. Williams, again, now deflected by Toppin. Toppin again, not giving up. Toppin now. Toppin going. Toppin thunks it. O.B. Toppin. 128 or 115. He is not giving up. He is playing out there. And despite the score, he is out there hustling. Let's go, Knicks. Here's Giddey. Fournier hustling. Fournier trying to do his best imitation. Here's a cross-court shoot from Joseph. And that's off the mark. Rebound by Toppin. Toppin now running. Let's go. Knicks trying to steal the momentum. Here's quick Toppin. Back to Rose. Rose going to shoot the three. And that's off the mark. Rebound. Bad shot there by Derrick Rose. He should have got a better selection. 128 or 115. 8 minutes left in the game. Giddey now. Josh Giddey dancing and prancing. Giddey going nowhere but dancing. Stops running. Now, good job there. But Fournier got hit it. Fournier freed him up. He knocked the ball and he had it positioned. That was a bad play there by Fournier. Here's floater. Toppin trying to get Sims, but Rose gets it back. Back to Quickly now. Quickly he's going to shoot the three. And that's off the mark. Rebound. Toppin had a better one and passed it off to Quickly. Quickly missed. 130 to 115. Knicks down by 15. Bad decision there again. Giddey now. Bounce pass to Williams, and he makes it too easy. So 132 to 115. Knicks are fighting back, but they're not making smart plays. And timeout is called on the floor. There, with Toppin should have shot that ball. He was being unselfish. I understand his thought going too quickly. He was a better three-point shooter. And then the alley-oop plays.
Now that's not it, because the best 3-point shooter on the team this year is Obi Toppin.
And he was being unselfish. And that's
we
saw that with Cam Reddish earlier too. Gotta be a little selfish. Now also there with Fournier, he played well, good defensively on Josh Giddey. He made him stop on his dribble. But then he slaps the ball out of his hands with Giddey in front of him. He's behind him where he could defend the basket. That was a bad play by Fournier. He should have left the ball alone and just backed away and just go, But it's in the heat of the moment. As we have a timeout and they go to the half there, the Giants Stadium, 7-3 Giants over the Texans. Wow. They're battling. They had those possessions there where they played some defense. They could have got the crowd back into it. Probably got into 10, probably even 9. And it's just, they're just not in sync. That's the whole sum up of the whole game. You see some good stuff. You see some bad. You see some ugly. You see it all there in that possession there, in that little 2-minute spurts there for the Knicks. I think the guys got to be a little bit more unselfish. But we'll see with Thibodeau here if he's going to make any substitutions. I'm surprised he's benching. It looks like RJ Barrett's been getting benching here. Haven't seen him play for quite some time. I would bring in RJ. Maybe RJ is a type of guy who could spark here. Instead of Fournier right now, if you want to keep the guys out there. And Brunson, I would bring Brunson and RJ, and I will sub Rose and Fournier first to see if that works. And because you might be waving the white flag later in under the 5-minute mark, you might be bringing the bench players in. But they right now there's 7 minutes here. This is the biggest push here if they're gonna make this a game. This is what has to start now. As we're getting back here from the timeout. As they inbound, Julius is back in the game. Don't know why. They said Toppin. Toppin, here's quickly. He misses. Giddey. Why is Fournier playing more minutes and he lets Williams go right by and he commits the foul? Again, why is Obi Toppin sitting down while Fournier's in this game? There is no... Obi's been all over the place with his hands defensively, running the break. Why Fournier? I don't get it. Williams. And then you bring in Randall. No RJ Barrett's getting a benching. 133, 115. Yeah, I see that. Bad Knicks. You're right. So he misses the free throw here. 133 to 115. Knicks got to get going, folks. Quickly, back to Randall, back to Quickly. They got to leave quick offense. Fournier now. Fournier again. Fournier stops, passes to Reddish. Reddish going to shoot the 3 ball. Reddish hits the 3. So 3-pointer can Reddish. Reddish, the only one that's had a good game. He's 8 of 13. He has a couple 3 balls, so he is playing well. Here's Giddey. Giddey now. Giddey passes along to Williams. Jay Williams passes to Giddey. It looks so easy. Giddey going to shoot the 3 ball, and that's an air ball. 113, 118. Knicks need some offense. Quick offense here. They got the stop. They got the UFO there. Randall now. Try to get it quickly. They need to get going. They don't need to eat clock. They need to score and fast. Manuel quickly now. Again, slowing the ball down. Quickly. Got a mismatch. Quickly now. Reddish on the curl. Reddish now driving. Reddish stops. Bounce pass through. Try to get it to Randall. Kick ball. That's just him deferring there to Randall, who's supposedly the leader on the team there. He should have went, to me personally, he should have went off and got in the layup. He was deep in the post. 6:07 here. As Giddey's going to have a seat, Dort will come in. Fournier still in the game. Going to inbound here to Quickly. Don't know why he's still in here. Now Quickly stops. Quickly. Layup. It's good. Emmanuel Quickly down by 13 here with under 6 minutes. Knicks need stops. They need stops. There's plenty time here. Alexander gets the ball. SGH now. Guarded by Quickly. Gets the screen. He almost loses that, and they're going to call a foul. Second foul on Emmanuel Quickly. So, that was all ball there, but I guess the other hand must have touched him. Here's SGH. SGH now. Driving, puts up the floater, blocked there. So Quickly got a piece of that one. Randall come up with the ball. Randall to Quickly now. Let's go, guys. You need some buckets. Quickly now, driving. Reddish on the curl. Reddish shoots the 3. And that's off the mark. Loose ball. Last touch by OKC. Knicks will have it. So Randall has some good position. And, of course, it took a lot for the OKC Thunder to try to corral that and knocked it out of bounds. Knicks will have it under the basket. 133, 120 here with 5:26 in the game. Quickly underneath the basket with inbound. Quickly over to Reddish. Reddish now driving. Reddish now. Reddish got it. And Ryan Reddish. That should have been a 3-point play, but no call. 122 to 133. So Reddish is alive. So 9 of 15 for Reddish on the floor. Knicks down by 11. Here's good. SGA's driving. Passes it back to Williams. Williams now dancing and pressing in between his legs. Shoots the mid-range pull-up. And that one's off the mark. Jericho Sims with the rebound. Quickly now. Knicks are pushing here under 5 minutes. Manuel quickly now. Over to Randall. Randall back to quickly. 15 on the shot clock. And there's going to be a foul here. So Robinson Earl gets in. So that's the second team foul. Knicks with 14 new shot clock. Why did they... Okay. Giddey's going to come right back as a short rest. So Williams will have a seat. So they want to bring the length to neutralize Cam Reddish. As Fournier would inbound the ball here. Fournier still in the game here. Oh, finds quickly now. 13 on the shot clock. 4:49 here. Now quickly now. Quickly dancing. Back to Fournier. Wide open three. And that's off. Misses. Bricks had a good look but could not hit. Could not buy a bucket. Here's Giddey now. Giddey passes it to Dort. Dort now driving. Dort now puts it up. Bounce pass there. And good job by Quickly with hands. So it's going to be last touch by Thunder ball, 10 on the shot clock. 4:29 here, 133 to 122. Knicks playing a little more crisper defense. They need to keep the intensity here. As Giddey passes to Dork, wide open three. Randall fell asleep there, and that misses. Knicks were fortunate, and Jericho Sims was the last to touch. So they're continuing with the possession here. New shot clock, 4:25. That might come back to bite the Knicks in the rear end. Here's Giddey with the ball underneath the basket. Giddey now trying to get it in here. And finally got it to Williams. Giddey gets the ball back. Giddey now 11 on shot clock. Dancing on Fournier. Down back to SGH. He has Reddish on him. SGH now 4 on shot clock. 3 on the shot clock. He makes his move. He puts it a block by Cam Reddish with 1 second on the shot clock. Good job by Cam the Man Reddish. Having a phenomenal game for the Knicks. So we got a timeout here on the floor by OKC. They got 1 second on the shot clock. So they're going to draw something up here. That's what happens when you have players with length on your team. When you got guys with length, long wingspans, good things happen. You get blocks. You get the ball loose. But if you're playing guys 6 foot, short guys, you're going to get the disadvantage. As we wait for the timeout, as they want everyone to sing the YMCA in that garden. Nobody wants to go to the YMCA. Everybody wants to win. After this game, instead of going to the YMCA, they're going to go to Bellevue.
Yeah.
So with 1 second here, let's see what OKC is going to draw here. I'll be impressed if they score on this, man. They can't have that inbound underneath the basket play, man. If they make a tough catch and shoot jumper, I'm just going to say, you know what? That's indicative of the night. That's, but they cannot give something soft here as they catch and shoot, and that misses, and a re-tipped again. So again, no offensive block, no block out, and they get the tip out. Second effort there by OKC, 135-122. Unbelievable. That might do it. But now quickly, back to Fournier now. Fournier now looks like he was shocked when he got the ball. Here's Randall. Those two always do the same thing, killing time. We lost 6 seconds on the shot clock. Dribble, passes. Pass again. Randall, Fournier now. Fournier with a bad shot, but Jericho Sims there to clean it up. Sims back out too quickly. Come on, we got to get some urgency here. And back in here. Here's Fournier now. Fournier now driving, slashing, puts it up, and he can't buy a bucket. Jericho Sims trying to keep it alive, but here comes OKC. So Williams to Dort. Back to Giddey as the Bulls starting to rain in Madison Square Garden. So time is running out for the Knicks. Giddey now, eating time. 10 on the shot clock. Giddey dancing. Shoots the 3 over Fournier, and he misses. Rebound by Randall. Randall now brings the ball up. Randall coming the other way. Randall back to Quickly. He's going to take a long 3, and that's good. 3-pointer, Manuel Quickly from deep. Down into 10-point game now with 2:52. So 24 points for Emmanuel Quickly this evening as the Knicks. There is a small glimmer of hope here. but they gotta turn the ball over here on an OKC. Go, Gilgeous passes here, driving Williams back to Gilgeous. He's driving, puts a mid-range, and Alexander hits it. That's a tough shot there with a rainbow shot. 137, 125. 30. Wow. Quickly now, gets the curl, back to Jericho Sims. Kim's back to quickly, he fumbles it. Quickly now, passes to Randle. Randle's going to shoot the three. And that's good. Julius Randle gets a three-pointer. Knicks trying to still make this comeback here. They're down by 9 now with 2 minutes. So it's a 3-possession game, but the Knicks got to get some stops. SGH now, we're getting the 2-minute mark. As the crowd involved back with the defense. Good there. Thread the needle. Knicks come up with it. Now, quickly. Drives. Blocked. So, Knicks will have the possession there. He says, I got fouled. Where was my foul call? You got to give those at home. There are the home teams, refs. Knicks will have it underneath here. As they try to get the ball into Fournier now. Fournier got to go. Fournier still looking. Back to Randle. 14 on the side. Randle thought about the three. On the air. Reddish for three. It's off the mark. Jericho Sims tried to keep it alive. So Reddish had a good look. No avail. It is a 9-point game. Knicks have a chance here. But SGH now with the ball in his hands. SGH now. 1.5 minutes here. 10 on the shot clock. Eating a lot of clock here. Now he makes his move. He gets his move. Loose ball. Dork now with the ball. Dork puts it up. Count it. And one. So, Luke Dork coming up strong. But meanwhile, he was crying like a little girl when Julius Randle went up strong for a move. He was the one that got fouled. Oh, it's a flagrant. Oh. But meanwhile, he could do that on the offensive end and he gets benefit for the call. Come on, man. This is why I'm getting tired of the NBA with their dumb rules. Man. He hits the three-point play. When it was Randle, can't. He's too strong. Nonsense. Timeout on the floor. That's a bad play there. That guy should not get that three-point play. He should no way. The littlest guy on the court in between your big guys there. That was bad. 140 to 129. That was terrible there. How could Lou Dort get that offensive play and get the three-point play on that? That is terrible. Ugh. Knicks try to make it an effort here, but it looks like they're going to run out of time, folks. It looks like they're going to run out of time. It's 140 to 128. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of questions. The benching on the fourth quarter, but actually the second half. When was the last time Barrett touched the floor? Was it around the 4-minute mark of the third quarter? I think he's been sitting since then. Wow. You might be right, Steve. You might be right. So Emmanuel quickly would inbound the ball here with 1:19. Randle now has to go. Randle driving. Randle stops. And a lot of contact, but no call, but he gets the bucket. So he scores off the glass. Back to 10. 112 here. Knicks got to defend. JEDI driving. Man, here's Dork. Dork back again to Jordan Williams. JEDI now driving. JEDI stops. Bounce past the Dork. Dork puts it up. And he gets the call. Count it and one. Wow. So there's a loose whistle on this end of the floor with a lot of contact, but I also saw contact on the other way, no whistles. Dork again, the one I was complaining about getting fouled. He gets another three-point play down the stretch here, 143 to 130. You could say this is a wrap. So Knicks Here's quickly off the glass. Statue of Liberty, but Julius Randle with empty calorie. Count it, and one. As you see, we'll be back on Tuesday with the Jazz, Nuggets, Warriors, Suns, and then Monday against the OKC in a back-to-back. That is a lot of Western Conference meat for the Knicks to try to feast on. Wow. And here's Randall with so it's 143 the 133 10-point game. Giddey now. Giddey loses the ball. Knicks come up with it. Here's quickly on the run. Reddish. He gets the dunk. So Knicks make it a 7-point game with 36 seconds as they swarm Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander dropped to Dort. Dort dribbling. Dort again with the ball. Knicks trying to hound. And now they call a foul. So when the Knicks are trying to foul, the refs don't call whistles. But meanwhile, when it's crazy. It's oh boy. 143 to 135. There's going to be a lot to be talking about here, especially if RJ Barrett not playing unless they has a sore back or something. Because he looked like he grimaced there when the camera was on him. So we should know. We don't know. Wow. You know what I didn't notice? Well, I'll see in a second. Why in the world did you finish close? We didn't see at all at this game. Obi and Randall on the court. It wasn't like Obi Toppin had a bad game. He had 10 points. He only missed one attempt off in the field. Now Giddey will inbound the ball here. It's a bad afternoon here. Knicks down by 8. Giddey now. Giddey got fouled. I've got a question. I'm going to wait for the game to come to a conclusion to ask everyone in the chat a question here. I want to know everyone's answer, but it's a simple yes or no. As wait for Giddey here to hit this. Although this game is over, let me ask a question to everyone, Chef Dan, everyone in the chat. Do you think after this 5-game West Coast trip, Tom Thibodeau will be back as head coach? The next home game, the Knicks on the court. Are we calling Tom Thibodeau
I do
as
not.
the head coach?
I can't say. I can't say. This is back to not back to back per se, but my God, it's this game and the Hawks game. This is terrible. You mean to tell me you build up a lead like that and then there's just no defensive identity? And then on top of that, that's just bad, man. This is just bad. Not even what's bad about it is the fact that when we play the bad teams like we're supposed to win. So now we come out with a lack, with no attention to detail on certain things. And then the good teams, we play them like we're supposed to lose. So we come out flat. And even if we do summon some sort of chance, at some point, the team just deflates on itself and just gives up on itself. I can't say I'm not going to say that's all on Tibbs, because the front office has some very big culpability on this too, because they hitched their wagon to the wrong guy completely. And when I say the wrong guy, I mean Julius Randle. It's not it's and I'm not even saying he's at fault for this loss, but there are symptoms that have been permeating throughout this team ever since the beginning of the We Here season. But we just overlooked it because we were winning at the time and because he was putting up a statistically special season. But I think even then during that season, we all asked ourselves, Was Julius capable of continuously doing something like this? And we all said no. We knew the drop was going to happen the year after, but hey, we all wanted to see it. I think it's at that point that front offices have to make the tough decision. It was that tough decision that when we were 5-15 and Randall was rolling, you trade him for some pieces. Because now we're paying for it. We're not paying, like, this loss isn't emblematic of something that happened just the night before in 2 nights. This is something 3 years that's been brewing. We're paying for a lot right now.
My personal opinion, I'm going to get really real here for a quick second, if you allow me to. I think right now it starts from the general manager position. Enough with this reinventing of the wheel. I know you have to be innovative and you got it, but when you have not won since 1973, you gotta stop. You gotta sometimes go to basic and keep it simple. What I mean is, you hire a basketball guy who is a general manager, who knows the nuts and bolts, who eats, sleeps, and craps basketball night in, night out. Not some fancy schmancy general players or agent who's gonna sell you snake oil pills for your boner. No, I want a guy who's going to give you the nuts and bolts about basketball. He has an eye for a talent. You know what? I see a diamond in the rough. That kind of guy. That starts from there as a front office. You go hire smart guys, basketball, because all we talk, again, we saw it from Fizdale. We're seeing it, I hate to say it, from Leon Rose, the bullshit, because excuse me for my language. He has connections. Worldwide West, he reaches around everyone's pockets and gives each other reach arounds because we're going to bring the next disgruntled basketball player. We're going to get this guy. We're going to get that guy. And from Fizdale to Leon Rose, empty promises. Ain't nobody wants to play for this organization or this team. So we all know that. So why do we keep going to the same snake oil salesman routine? We need to get someone who eats, sleeps, and shits. I'm going to be vulgar. Basketball. Night in, night out. Because it's tiring already, to see this team again and losing and not doing it right. You see the league, get us some shooters, get us, where's the scouters? Where's the guys that's going to see who's out there eating and breathing this crap? Not just the limelight. Yes, it's beautiful that we got beautiful City Edition jerseys. Oh, it's beautiful that the court looks wonderful in orange and black. It's beautiful for all the other nonsense. But at the end of the day, NBA is a league of wins and losses. And when you got teams, and everyone loves the Golden State Warriors. Oh, they're the model franchises. But remember in the 90s, in the 2000s, Golden State Warriors were crap. They were garbage. And they were the laughing stocks of the league. Well, you know what they did? They scouted. They developed. They brought in guys who ate, slept basketball. They brought in Jerry West, who brought in some coaches, and they developed their players. Enough of that. We need that. And how much more as a Knicks fan going to sit down and rebuild again? We can't.
It's not, but it's not, but Kev, it's not like to say that, all right, other than Leon Rose and William Wesley, right? Other than those two, could you name another guy that's in that front office that isn't good at their job? Because Walt Perrin is very good. He was highly touted by everyone. We saw the job that he did in Utah because Utah had some studs. Alex Klein, the capologist from the Cavaliers, because they set the trend for contracts. We're doing certain things correctly, but then there's a misstep, and we're paying for the misstep because what the Knicks have a tendency of doing is, instead of admitting their faults, they compound on those missteps. And then the biggest missteps to me, like it's Julius Randle and Evan Fournier, but more so the idea of Julius Randle, not the player himself, but the idea around him and what you could see they're trying to do with him versus what's actually happening. And so now you have a guy in Tom Thibodeau who a lot of people may feel like may not be in lockstep with the front office, but this is what lockstep is, because the Knicks didn't want to tank.
I got you, but we can't. Here's the thing. It sounds excuses for Leon Rose, and because all the names you mentioned were correct. Brock and the rest of the capologists got the Knicks under a cap. They made moves that made sense. They did their part. They did their part to the fullest. Now it's up to the team president and the general manager both to execute the game plan. Here it is. It's like here. I got you all these here. Now it's like if you and salute to all veterans again. Like Veterans Day was on Friday, but you know what? It doesn't take a day to salute you guys and thank you guys. Thank you all the veterans that served this country. Like all you soldiers, veterans that you all deal to your commander, to the general. Now you as a soldier are gonna put them in position to win a fight, a war, a battle. Here you go, and it's up to the generals to execute and make the game plan. And you know what? We're gonna attack from the north. Now this is when I bring it to Leon Rose and company. We're gonna attack to the south. No, but we're telling you we got strength in the cap and money wise, so we can move players in the south, but they want to go in the north. It starts with them. I'm sorry again. Why they didn't pull the trigger for Donovan Mitchell? If they're telling them here's the numbers, here's what we expected, here's what my scouting report is saying. Unless they're gonna throw shade on the scouting report and say, well, our scout said that Donovan Mitchell to the value of RJ Barrett and Quentin Grimes, I think we get more value when we keep them. Now, if that's the case, then they all got to go. It's a collaboration. Tom Thibodeau is just going to coach what he's got on the floor, man. He's got to coach what he's got on the floor.
He's got to coach what he's got on the floor. You're absolutely right, but to a certain extent now, like this is what I like. A lot of people, they're gonna like, because of that Donovan Mitchell trade and the rumors and all that. That's gonna be the inflection point for a lot of people. That's not the inflection point, man. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue was that We Here season, when it was all, it was all roses and flowers and everything like that. Should have traded Randall then. I'm gonna say it, man. I was fighting that narrative for a year and a half. It's at this point that we were wrong. They were wrong for that. They should have traded Randall. And now we're here at this point where, like, it makes no sense to have this guy on this team. Not only him, Evan Fournier, because the identity of the team is not these guys. There's moments where where Tibbs finds ways to make Randall an acceptable player, but shoot, even tonight, like, regardless, dude, if RJ Barrett's back was snapped in half, I'd have rather have him on the court than Evan Fournier.
Listen, and I've said it. The receipts are there. One thing I love about YouTube, wherever you said it's put in an archive. You can always back and see it. You could call yourself a liar and be proven fact by YouTube. What I love about it, I've been saying this since Knicks Real Talk when I was a part of that team, part of that channel. Julius Randle at that time, I don't see him in Knicks. I don't think the Knicks are going to sign him. They should have not signed him. They should have not extended him. You know what? He's only there as a place value. But everybody got excited when he balled out, got the most valuable player. And I told you back then, you let him go, you let him walk. But everybody got excited, wanted to throw a parade. You saw Fat Joe putting him in videos. They should have let him go. That was the opportunity to get out. I said it then, and I still say it now. That, like you say, it was a mistake, and that's not because
that was the biggest mistake.
It's on the moment. I've been saying that now for 3 years. They should have moved him. They should have moved him because everybody wanted to keep him, especially when they give him that contract. He got a friendly extension. They should have moved on for him. Now we're dealing
now
with
the contract is it's unmovable, and not only that, this is the other thing too. I know everyone is like, we should have traded for Donovan Mitchell, but let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys trust Randall to be the last line of defense on a Donovan Mitchell-led team? You don't think that this same thing would be happening here? What happened in front of us tonight, where let's say Donovan Mitchell goes off, he has these offensive tirades where he's just scoring a whole bunch of points, and then what happens? You have a team gets hot because they share the ball, they talk to, like, they communicate very well, and they know who to attack in these mismatches and these switches, like. This, like them hitting 70% from the 3-point line, we wish we could say that's an aberration, but it happened in Boston game. And the Boston Celtics were attacking a certain person a lot in their switches. The book is out on this guy.
But the only difference is Donovan Mitchell could take over a half. He could actually take over a game. And then what happens? He's going to command triple team, where you're going to get guys who are wide open. No one, tell me who on the Knicks team currently right now could take over a whole game. Jalen Brunson at times, depending if he's playing the Pistons and other teams like that. But who could actually take over the game that you give the ball, he's going to take over the game, period.
You're right. This team doesn't have that talent. But what I can say is I don't even think you necessarily need a guy to take over a game. Like, if you're taking over all 82 games, then this team all around, the talent is not that good. There is some talent on this team, but correct. I think it's knowing to play it's smarter basketball and things of that nature that they're not doing right now. But I think that's all that's all a combination of certain things. So, man,
Chef. Whenever teams that win the NBA, they always have the top 10 players in the game. The Bulls, and then I don't even have to say the name. The Bulls, the only team that was an aberration that won without a guy who was in the top 10 in NBA, all defensively, NBA scorer, or even franchise. The only ones were the Pistons. That's it. Everyone else that's won an NBA title has been top 10 players.
They had a two-time defensive player of the year so that's really that even then they have some form of talent, and they have Rasheed Wallace back when he was climbing up the ranks and everything like that. So I don't want to take away too much from them.
We don't have that. Let's be honest. Let's look in the mirror. Let's sugarcoat it. Let's not beat the parents.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
I know that. But I'm just throwing that out there. Because you guys are homers. You only have eyes for the Knicks. No. We want to be honest with you. The Knicks do not have a top 10 player. They got anyone here, nobody here on this roster, no matter how much we love. As much as I love Reddish, Obi Toppin, and so forth, none of them are even going to be getting a sniff of the All-Star balloting. None of them. If the All-Star game was starting, we need a bona fide All-Star. They don't have that. They don't have that. Look, even when Melo was on this team, at least they were contention. They won a 54-game season. They were in contention when they thought they had a chance. And of course, not to revisit, but you need a top 10 NBA player at that moment, a generational type of player in order to win.
Melo was a top 20 player at the time, the top 10, top 15, top 20 player at the time. And he even people, they don't want to fondly look back at it, but even if you do, a lot of those playoff situations, the Knicks always had chances, even when Melo was on the court. You just had to get to the right matchup, which is always usually what it is in the NBA. You can get to the right matchup, and then you can, from there, let the chips fall where they may. But I mean,
and that's when
I just say it this is my last point, right? You can coach the talent you have on the floor, but here's why I always go back to Randall cannot be on this team anymore. Let's say you get a different coach in here and you bench him like everyone says. Is that good? Because that morale he showed last year, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna mope. So your only other option is to play him like Thibodeau is doing right now. Thibodeau's stuck.
Yeah. That's why everyone says fire Thibodeau, and I get and believe me, I get mad with his rotation substitution pattern. But Thibodeau's trying to keep his locker room saved. He's trying to keep his locker room because that one guy could really sour the bunch, and he's trying not to have that.
He showed he has the ability to.
Yes.
Randall, I'm not even gonna lie, man. For as much of a struggle it is to watch him offensively, he definitely is a locker room leader. I'll tell you that. Because he can affect the locker room in ways that just blows the mind.
Yeah, and that's the difference. I know people say, why not? I know Chris says, why not Mark Jackson? Mark Jackson or any good coach right now. But right now, if you have a guy, like we mentioned, Randall, who's not going to buy in, and if he doesn't, it's going to kill the morale of the locker room. No matter who you bring, it's not really gonna change.
Like, this is one of those moments where it sucks that how much power the NBA players have over the NBA coaches. This is one of those moments where you're like, damn, like, this sucks. I don't like, because as much as you guys say you would want Mark Jackson, remember, it's like, players have a lot more influence on a coach getting fired and hired than you think.
That's why we wanted RJ. That's why everyone here, I can say, is frustrated with more RJ Barrett, because we wanted RJ Barrett to take that range away, that authority, that power from a Julius Randle, make it his team. But if he's out on the court not doing that performance, what leg does he stand off to take that control? And this is my team, my organization. I'm the franchise player from a Julius Randle if he's not providing it on the floor. That's why also we're pushing hard for even Obi Toppin to take that next step. But you're seeing a lot of politicking there with the minute distribution between Obi Toppin and Randall. You saw there was no reason for Randall, Julius, actually Fournier to play. It should have been Randall with Toppin. Toppin only missed one attempt on the field. I think it was 4 or 5. He had 10 points. There was no reason for him to sit and have that spurt eating bench. His butt cheeks should not be making out with the bench seats. His feet should be kissing the floor, making love to the court, not his rear end on the seats, guys. So that's another thing. It looks like they want to hamper Obi Toppin, from excelling, because I don't know if they can handle Julius Randle not having control of the team. That's what it's showing me. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm talking crap, but it looks like,
I mean, no, it is, but at the same time, like, let me ask you this, and this is a dangerous thing. Like I said it, I thought, like, I thought that, like you said, Randall, what's his name? Barrett should be taking over the reins. But like, once again, let me ask you this question: if he takes over, right, and they're slowly but surely phasing him out, do you think Randall is gonna have that attitude to go about and still do the right things?
Okay, but if they're winning,
I know, Chris, I'm trying to hurry this up. We're trying to hurry this up so that I can watch Bryant's game.
If RJ Barrett is developing and becoming a
he should, like a good teammate,
top 20 player, and taking over the game and putting respect on his name, where, oh, wait a minute, RJ is being, the league is on notice that Barrett is ascending. No matter, I don't care what Julius Randle does. He could go, go sell room commercials as much as he wants. And if he wants to mope, he can mope, but you're winning. Winning, look, first and foremost, winning is the best deodorant for losing. Always takes the stench out when you win.
Yeah, absolutely right. But I say right now, like, this is the dog days of the Knicks era, where I mean, I know we want certain things to happen, but if Leon Rose was truly smart, and I saw this coming, like, hopefully all of us saw this coming, he's gonna tell Dolan, if you really want to make a decision after the trade deadline, because now we're getting to a point where, as much as we have 11 draft picks, you might as well lose one, because you're gonna have to lose one to get rid of this guy. It is what it is. It's my last thoughts on that.
Yeah, if you want to give 2 draft picks, go for it, because they, like I mentioned, and I said it once and I said it 1,000 times. In the last 20-something years, the Knicks have not shown they could draft adequately, where we were like, whoa. So if you need to draft 2, give me 2 draft picks to get Julius Randle the hell out of this team. Go for it. Just go for it. And I hate to sound like we're picking on Julius Randle, but he's the common denominator here. He's been the longest here, and we're seeing the same results. We're seeing the same results, and but we shall see there, as we're going to hope that they bounce back. This is a 5-game road trip that is going to either galvanize this team more and make them play one for all for one, and believe in each other, or this is going to be like, this is where the season early might spiral us out of control a little bit, where we're not enough for tanking, but enough for being bad, where we're like, oh, they're terrible, but they're just good enough to not get the lottery. It's the story of the Knicks.
Man, it's at this point, man, like, Scoot Henderson, Victor Wembanyama. I'm watching the tapes. And I'm not like, I know we're one game under 500, so it feels like we shouldn't be panicking, but
That's the
we're
perfect one.
smart enough. We're
That's
smart enough to, yeah, Deontay Ford. We've been
Deontay
asking that
Ford,
question every game.
beautiful.
So
That's the
yeah.
question of the night right there. What is our
No, but
identity?
that's been the question of every game. But yeah, it's at this point where you have to, like, the Knicks kept all their draft stock just in case if the season does go bad, you can end up getting a high enough draft pick. That everyone said that the draft last year didn't have the talent enough for you to, want to move up unless you were getting someone in the top 5. At that point, man, like we're watching this team. We know a good basketball team when we see one, and we also know a struggle bus team when we see one as well. So, like, it's not us being Debbie Downers. It's just us seeing the reality, dealing with the reality of it, the reality as it is. Like, hey, Victor Wembanyama, man, if the ping pong balls fall where they may, if Adam Silver could finally get his chrome dome head out of his ass and finally put some talent in the right market for the NBA to flourish, because this year the NBA is going to struggle for ratings. If there's one thing I can guarantee is that, because not a lot of these teams are entertaining, and the teams that that may surprise people that are entertaining, they're in no-name markets that people don't have the NBA ticket to watch, and it's not even going to be worth it. It's not like a Golden State when they had their run where you just had to tune in to watch what they're doing. None of these teams are like that. Hey, maybe Adam Silver can get his head out his ass and put some talent in the right place of where it belongs. But other than that, man, let the chips fall where they may. This team is not it's not enticing me to do anything like that. And Joe Curry, I know you want to trade everyone, but shoot, I'm only trading certain people, and I got to keep certain young players, because at the end of the day, the franchise is still a franchise, and it goes on past this year.
Yep, and Steve said it too. And the Lakers and the Knicks are bad, the NBA suffers, but the Knicks have been bad for so long, and they've been thriving. So that's why they're like, they don't care. You could tell the NBA don't give a crap too much about the New York market. They love that their offices are here, and they love to be seen in courtside in Madison Square Garden and all that. But they don't care if the team is good. They really don't. They don't really care. And because their league is thriving, as other teams, they want everyone involved. Because they want to make it as competitive, beautiful stuff around. But I don't know. The Knicks just gotta develop and scout the right players, get the right players, and you need a little luck, man. Could we at least win the freaking lottery for once? My goodness, we can't even do that, and I'm tired of that too. I'm tired every time, come May, instead of getting ready for game 2 or game 3 of the second round of the NBA playoffs, we're sitting around like a bunch of morons waiting to do a lottery pick. A lottery show. We're going to do a watch along to see who we're going to pick. And once again, the Knicks pick 7th. I'm tired of that. I want, if we're going to do that, I want to be the number one ping pong ball. And that doesn't even guarantee neither. I just want to win. It's to the point is we want to win. We want winners in this market. We need winners. Enough of that. It's enough. We save money, and still players didn't want to come here. Kevin Durant said, nah. Kyrie Irving says, nah. We didn't get Zion Williamson, nah. What? Something's got to give, man. We can't be with this here. But with that said, Utah, let's go. We're playing the team that's supposed to be tanking. We see you guys on Tuesday night. We're coming for you. Hopefully the Knicks get their rear end out, a kick in the butt here, and hopefully the high altitude wakes their rear ends up, get some oxygen flowing to their heads, and get some high basketball IQ in there, and get some pep in their steps. Hey, listen, if you guys got to eat the Rocky Mountain, the oysters, go eat the Rocky Mountain oysters. Eat some, get some power, get something, do something, man. Go eat some brownies, some edible brownies up there in Colorado, but do something, Knicks. We need something different, because we were tired of seeing what we've seen here so far. And we're tired of seeing guys like Stephen A. Smith just act like fools on TV about this Knicks team. Who cares about him anyway? But we just want the team to be respected. With that said, man, enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Thank you for watching along with us. I hope you enjoy the watch along, not the outcome. For myself and Chef Dan, let's go Giants. They're 14-3, and we'll see you Tuesday night. Peace, folks.